Welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you. Shelby Township's Department of Public Works talks about a meter reader change-out program. Consumers Energy will host an open house to discuss their pipeline project. The Health Department encourages you to test for radon. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Heads up residents, the Department of Public Works has an important message for all home and business owners in the township. Stacy Sansatera has the details.
The Shelby Township Department of Public Works has initiated a township-wide meter reading device change-out program.
Well, about a year ago, Neptune Meters, who's our meter supplier, told us that the equipment that we're using to read the meters will no longer be for sale or serviceable. So as that equipment fails, we needed to find another alternative to reading the meters.
This is no longer a serviceable unit. When this breaks, you can't even get them repaired anymore. So we were kind of forced to change over to an R900.
The R900 remote change-out program requires the replacement of the meter reading device on the outside of your home or business.
We scoured the different possibilities, and we determined that by installing radio transmitters on the homes, we can go through, it'll create a more efficient way of reading the meters, and we have equipment that we can use in the future.
Much of the equipment used by the DPW has been in the field for 35 years, and as technology changes, so is the ability to be more efficient.
We don't have to walk house to house anymore and actually manually touch the home and touch the remote to read the water meter. They can be read by either walking or driving, most likely driving. They can just drive the route and the handheld will pick up all of the meter reads.
So first of all, when we looked at all the possibilities, as always, we try to find the most financially responsible means of doing this job. We had two options. We could change everything to a Pro Read, which is a touchpad, still requiring our meter readers to go up and touch the home unit, but we would have had to replace all the meters inside the homes at that point. This is a sizable expense. The cost is about $3.2 million, but in the big picture, this was had the least impact on the residents and the rates.
The DPW wants to be very clear about the change taking place.
We're not changing the meter, we're actually just changing the way the township reads the water meters. So we don't have to go into the house. Everything can be done from the outside of the house. It usually takes about 20 minutes, and the homeowner doesn't even know we're there.
We've hired Ferguson Meter Source, and they've got another company that they're contracted out to do the replacements. They will come up. They're going to remove the existing remote device from the outside of the home, and they're going to put the new one on. The homeowner should not have any impact at all on that.
If you have any questions about the R900 remote change-out program, contact the Department of Public Works at 731-5990.
The process is going to start with all wheels on the ground starting in January, where we're at right now. The process should take through July, and at this point, all the residents that will have the change-out will be sent a letter in advance to know that we'll have a contractor out there making the change out.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
DPW emphasizes there is no cost to the resident for this meter reading device replacement. This $3.2 million project will be funded through the Water Sewer Reserve Fund. The money has been set aside by township officials for infrastructure improvements. Consumers Energy will host an informational open house on January 29th to discuss the South Oakland-Macomb Network Pipeline Project. The 7.5-mile portion of the new gas pipe is planned to be installed within the existing ITC electric transmission corridor. The span of the project will run just south of 26 Mile in Shelby Township to the border of the city of Utica. This open house allows residents to meet members of Consumers Energy and learn more about the project design. Personnel will discuss environmental management and safety for the project. Consumers Energy is asking for people interested in attending to RSVP by emailing somn@cmsenergy.com or call 1-800-731-2257. The drop-in open house will be at Shelby Gardens Banquet Center from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you cannot make it on January 29th, you are a resident, you will be impacted by this project and would like to discuss it with Consumers Energy real estate field agents, you can call 1-800-731-2257. January is Radon Action Month, and Macomb County Health Department wants residents to become aware and test their homes. The county is giving away free home radon testing kits. Radon cannot be seen or smelled, but if the levels are found in a home, it could be a major threat to your health. The EPA and the United States Surgeon General encourage all Americans to protect their health by testing their homes, schools, and businesses. Radon occurs naturally in soil and rocks. It moves towards the surface and enters buildings through cracks and openings in the foundation floor or walls. Symptoms do not appear immediately, but over time the exposure can be deadly and increase the risk of lung cancer. Testing is always encouraged in the winter months. You can pick up your free kit at the Health Department in Mount Clemens or Warren. For more information on testing, you can visit health.macombgov.org or call the Macomb County Health Department at 586-469-5236. A Shelby Township man was sentenced for the shooting death of his wife. Joshua Boschel appeared in court and was sentenced to spend 31 to 50 years in prison after being charged in the shooting death of his wife, Christy Klein Boschel. The shooting happened last March in the Crystal Lake apartment complex the couple shared. The death was originally reported to officers as a suicide. After investigation, authorities arrested Joshua Boschel. A jury convicted Boschel of second-degree murder. Still ahead on Shelby this week, Macomb County launches a new pet licensing system, and one local business is collecting cell phones for our servicemen and women.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shadbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
I would like to take a moment to share some fire safety tips for pet owners.
Remember, your pet can be curious, and curiosity can definitely start a fire.
Pets may bump into or knock over a variety of things, such as cooking equipment, lamps, candles.
As a reminder, do not leave any of these items unattended with your pet alone in the room.
Some pets like to chew. Please make sure that your pets don't chew on any electrical cords. If you do have a fire in your home, get out and stay out. Let the firefighters know when they get there that you have a pet inside your home.
A new licensing system will give pet owners some relief. Hear how the county is making strides to help keep our fur babies safe.
The purpose of it is just too valuable for people not to have it.
Finding a lost pet may get easier through a new program that provides digital identification tags.
And the whole goal of the new digital dog tag is that the finder and the pet parent can link immediately without ever having to contact authorities or your pet ever having to go to the shelter. So it's just a really quick way of the finder and the pet parent linking together.
The Macomb County Animal Control has partnered with PetHub.com to offer these tags with the sole purpose of increasing the chances of finding missing pets.
When you activate it, whoever finds your pet would scan the QR code with their smartphone, and it would immediately send you an alert and their GPS location of where your pet's at. It would also provide the finder your information of how to get in contact with you.
These new ID tags link to an online profile where critical data can be stored about the animal, such as emergency contacts, medication needs, and so much more.
You know, and if you think of it like this, your pet gets out, right? Like this is my dog, Major, right? His name's on his collar, his phone number's on his collar. He has one tag, has my information on it, you know, his picture's on it, plus he has a tag, plus he's microchipped, right? So, and it's because if Major ever gets out, I have to give him all the resources, right? Because he can't tell you, like, hey, I'm lost. I have to give him all the resources to the finder that if they ever, when they find him, to get in contact with me.
Look at me, Major. Macomb County dog licenses are required for all dogs ages 4 months and older. All dogs are required by the state of Michigan to be licensed and vaccinated for rabies. This digital dog tag is an important resource and the first of its kind in the state. And for the naysayers that don't think a dog license is important,
You can go in the back and there's a whole shelter full of dogs that never get out, so we don't need this. And that's not true, right? Everybody needs this. If you have a pet, you should have it.
for Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Regardless of where you live in the state of Michigan, Chief Randazzo is making sure this service is available to anyone. It doesn't matter where you live. Chief Randazzo wants to remind everyone this license is not a replacement for a microchip. He highly encourages all pet owners to get their dog or cat microchipped and, of course, a license. Beginning in April, Simple Recycling will do a bag changeover program. Currently, the bags are green, and the company will begin using orange bags to make the items more noticeable on the curb. Shelby Township residents will receive 2 orange bags in the mail during the last week in March. In 2016 alone, over 222,000 pounds of clothing, shoes, and housewares were collected from homes here in the township. If you have any questions or need additional bags, you can email info@simplerecycling.com or visit their website at simplerecycling.com/supplies. Don't know what to do with your unused cell phones? Well, one local business in Shelby Township is the place to dispose of those unwanted electronics, and it's all for a great cause.
Everybody has an old cell phone sitting in their desk drawer. They don't know what to do with it. So why not? We can be a donation center. It's a little bit of effort on my part. I don't mind. And it's just something that helps everybody.
Mattress to Go has provided thousands of cell phones over the years to Cell Phones for Soldiers, a nonprofit supporting our military and their need to communicate with loved ones at home.
We've been a donation center for the Cell Phones for Soldiers program for well over 10 years. It's a really good charity. What they do is they take old used cell phones that tend to be paperweights at home. Once you get a new one, what are you going to do with them? And they'll take them for the recyclables on the inside. They'll grind them up, and with the money that they get from that recycled material, they'll purchase discounted calling cards for the soldiers serving overseas. Getting that contact with your family back home when you're over there and sort of feeling a bit alone and detached, it's a real important thing. And something as simple as a 5-minute phone call with somebody back home can make a huge difference in your attitude and make it a little more bearable with the really tough work that they're doing there across the ocean.
As a collection site, Jeff has helped Cell Phones for Soldiers provide over 300 million minutes since 2004. Jeff says it's very minimal work on his part, and it truly does help make a difference in the lives of those who protect our country.
Once I get enough to fill up a good-sized box, I put a label on it and I send it off to the Recycling Center for Cell Phones for Soldiers, and they take care of everything there. Sometimes people are worried when they bring in their phone, they think that it's actually going to be rewired or repurposed and the actual phone itself is going to be used, but that's not the case. Like I said, they're ground up for the recyclables, the precious metals on the inside, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Keeps things out of the landfill and those precious metals are recycled and they get money for those.
While your old cell phones might mean nothing to you, to the military it's their calling card home, which is exactly why this program is vital in communities. You can drop off your cell phones at Mattress to Go, located on Van Dyke. They're open Monday through Saturday. Coming up, a new study shows chocolate might be better than cough medicine. Hundreds of people rocked out in support of leader dogs for the blind.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Feeling a little under the weather lately and have a cough? Well, a new study says you should replace your cough medicine with chocolate. A group from England conducted a study with 163 patients. They prescribed them either regular codeine-based cough syrup or chocolate medicine called Rococo. Results from people who took the chocolate medicine showed significant improvement of symptoms within 2 days when compared to those on cough syrup. The study says the next time you have a cough, to suck on a piece of chocolate to relieve the symptoms. Hundreds of people rocked out to classic bands for the annual Lions Club Rock Show. All the money raised during the event went towards leader dogs for the blind.
We were out one night with a group of people and we said, we're going to go throw a rock show. So for leader dogs. So that's exactly what we did. So it's really a great time, great evening, good for the community. All the functions we put on, we make it like a social event where everybody can come and have fun. $38,000 for a dog, that's what it costs for a dog. If you're blind, you pay zero. We pay for that. We house you, we bring them in, we do everything. It's because of the folks in the community that support us, that make us like the #1 club. Our club, Shelby Lions, a few years back was #1, not in Michigan, not United States, #1 in the world for giving the leader dogs. And it's all the people in the community that support us.
We got 2 more events coming up in March, one on March 2nd at Shelby Gardens, and then back here for our fight night on March 26th.
That's exactly
so
right.
Any type of support you can give, whether you want to come or just buy a ticket or donate to the ShelbyLionsClub.org, it'll be great.
That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can watch any of our programming anytime, online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching.